So I just went through what was probably one of the toughest workouts I've ever done in my life. If you were a high school wrestler or a college wrestler or played football, or if you're doing CrossFit or something like that right now, you probably understand what I'm talking about. You get to the point where you're training and these conversations take over. You're having all types of weird pains. You've got sensations in your muscles. You want to pass out. You want to puke at the same time. You want to quit. Constant conversation and battle is like the devil angel thing. It's like you can do it, you can't do it. This is not safe for you. Whatever you're thinking to yourself, you know what I'm talking about. You know the insane conversations that are going on. These workouts test the person. These workouts create something what I would like to call Zen training. You're in a Zen state of mind. So you're probably asking yourself, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, you're probably asking yourself, well, number one, what are the mechanics of a workout like this? What did you do? What kind of exercises and parameters did you use? Well, I can tell you one thing, you're asking the wrong questions. It's not about that. It's not about what the workout was. The best questions are, why would you do it? And how the hell did you get through it? At least that's what I'd like to know. So today, as I was going through this workout and I had this puking, passing out, pissing in my pants feeling where I wanted to quit and the conversations were getting louder and louder, I stopped and I decided to use what I just called a Zen state of mind for training. And when you use this method, and anybody who's done these types of workout uses this method, I'm not making this stuff up, especially like people who are into long distance training, they know what I'm talking about. You reach this state of high climax where everything is against you. And the only way to get through it is to face all those fears and all those pains. Look at them. So I broke it down as I was going through this time of torture and observed what was going on in my body. And that is exactly what allowed me to get through this portion of the workout. So for example, I was doing some squats. My thighs were burning. I was having a little ache in the lower left side of my low back. My head felt like it was going to explode. And all at the same time, these things are all attacking me, as well as a conversation about, this is not good for you. All attacking me. Normally, and for the normal person, they would just stop, put the barbell back and say, look, I'm done. This is one more rep. Or they set a parameter for themselves and say, I've got 5 left and that's it. I'm done. But instead, what I decided to do, and this is totally subconscious, but I observed it, was I looked at the pain in my thighs. I observed it. I felt that it was a red pain. I know this sounds strange, but I visualized it was red and it was throbbing, it was pulsing. And it was moving up from my hip down into my knee and across my knee. I just watched it. As I continued to do rep after rep, I just watched that pain. And as I observed it, it disappeared. The same thing with the pain in my low back, in my left side of my low back. It was like a blue or a dark bluish black ball in the left side of my back. And this is what I observed. And I just looked at it. I moved my consciousness into it. And it disappeared. All the while I could continue to do reps. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, what the hell is Elliott talking about and how the heck does this work? Well, I don't know how it works. I have no clue how it works, but I understand, and just through reading information about Zen and trying to practice it, that if you look squarely in the face of your fear or your pain, it scatters, it goes away. You deal with it. You handle it. And to use an analogy, I kind of see these hindrances as like darkness. And you can't get rid of darkness by fighting darkness. I think there's an old Scottish saying that instead of cursing the darkness, light one little match. And the reason why is because light brings attention. And they sort of resemble the same thing. And when you shed light on that darkness, i.e. that pain or that resistance, that's really what it is the pain. It's a form of resistance. When you shed light or you shed consciousness on it, without trying to do anything else, just looking at it, it disappears. Light doesn't have to fight darkness. It just opens itself up and darkness disappears. So I'm not saying I have all the answers, or I understand this, but I know that some of you guys that watch my videos, you love training just as much as I do, and you love pushing yourself to the limit in all regards. And this may just be a tool that you can try out or use next time you feel the nausea in your stomach, or you feel the pain in your body, you're having the conversations in your head. Observe them, look at those conversations, look at those pains, shed some light on them. And I promise you, I don't know how it works, but I promise you, the darkness disappears. Now we're talking about training, and you know me, I like to talk about advancement and success in all areas of life. So you can use this technique anywhere else. But because I feel like training is an expression of life, the way you train is probably the way you're going to operate in multiple areas of your life. Try it in a safe environment of training first. Observe your pains. Look at them. Don't fight them. Just observe them. I think it'll help.